Hey guys, it's been a long time, but I decided to start making a series of videos about TET, starting Catalonia. So this time I'm just going to start near Barcelona. You see right the background down there? You don't actually start right in the center of it. You don't want to. There's actually no off-road. It's going to be a couple of different episodes, and at the end I'm just going to bundle everything together and have like a really long one. But let's just start with section 7, which is the one that you're going to start if you're taking a ferry and just disembarking down there, Barcelona. So, well, I don't think I'm going to show you too much of the asphalt. It doesn't really make sense. So I'm just going to start right where the off-road starts. All right, let's do it now. Okay, so after riding 40 kilometers on tarmac, some twisties, got to say, it's quite fun. Eventually it just becomes very boring. You just want to hurt the dirt, but it's okay. Really fun roads, nice landscapes, really some really nice. If you like modernism, you're going to see some nice houses on the way, so that's guaranteed. The reason why I started these series is because I wanted to show you the kind of terrain that you're going to find on the way to wherever you want to go. So as a matter of fact, not far from here you have the option. You decide, okay, I want to go towards the south of Spain, so towards Valencia, Murcia and so on, or this way, which is when you're gonna head up north. Actually, as you can see right there is the Montserrat mountain, which is one of the emblematic of like one of the most, well, this is a landmark basically. You can pretty much see it from all around Catalonia on a very clear day. That's how cool it is. As for the terrain around here, it's very easy gravel, okay? Like around here, for example, you will see a lot of vineyards, because all this area is the Penedès area, okay? It's the Penedès region. It's well known for really good wine, red and white, as well as cava, if you like cava. So just make sure you can stop and check that, but it's really cool. I'm going to be showing you different sceneries, landscapes. As for the terrain, like I say, it's very easy, okay? I guess here you can go as you want. Most likely, as far as I remember, everything around here is agricultural roads or like rural roads. We'll say well maintained, nothing very difficult, 1 or 2 stones, but nothing to worry. Well, you have to start like getting a bit more technical. It's folded up north, but you'll see like later on in the video. For now, let's start riding, guys. Just when things are getting like very kind of Mediterranean feeling, where like these kind of reddish gravel and kind of reddish terrain, then all of a sudden it takes you out of the road and then you come back into the trail. Then you're going to start going down. Quite a particular thing about here is that certain parts, depend where you go, it can be very soft, okay? Like, look at this. So this is a bit like sand, even though it's not sand, but it is like a lot of fine gravel that if you're not ready for it, you're gonna feel like your back, your rear wheel is wobbling and it's just like sliding and you don't know what's going on. So just be careful about that. So let's continue. And we continue. Can you see how powdery this is? I guess you do. This is fantastic. It's definitely not cool for the friends that are going to be behind you. Definitely not, because it's just super dusty. Look. So the thing with this is that when it rains, this is literally Nutella. last 2 kilometers, the conditions of the terrain has changed. So the last was a little bit of clay, reddish, very dusty, a bit of like soft terrain. But now, as we have moved towards the north, okay, so we start to see these kind of stones, okay, which are like very, a little bit like normal gravel, but rather this very like limestoney, a bit spiky sometimes it's not, but it's a bit different, okay. So now is when things start getting very, I wouldn't say technical yet, but they're definitely gonna start getting a little bit more physical. And the other thing is that I would recommend, if so far you've been running your tire pressure around like 1.1 or 1 or even less than 1, I will highly recommend you to take it up to, you know, to pump it a little bit and take it to 1.9, 1.8. If you're carrying a lot of weight, then even more, I would say even 2. And the reason is because these ones, they're gonna start being a little bit more predominant from now on. And as you are approaching, or as you're moving north, approaching the Pyrenees, or the closer you get into the Pyrenees, the terrain is going to become definitely more physical, okay. Not everywhere is going to be technical, but definitely more physical. So you will need to deal with this. So instead of now gravel, you're going to have like patches of, imagine like these kind of stones all together in one go. So kind of like what you see on the sides over there, even though it looks like thin gravel, it's not thin gravel, they're just like very tiny stones, and they are tricky. If you've never ridden on it before, like when I started riding my Africa Twin, I was very scared. I didn't know what to expect. My recommendation is go with some speed. Just don't go super slow. If you go super slow, you won't be able to just get over the stone easily. Your handlebar, it might wobble, or it might just, you know, shake you suddenly. So you don't really want that, okay? But you still got a lot to go to. So let's continue, guys. This one here, for example, it was all stony, and this exact place here, it was just like that. Can you see that terrain? Look at the difference. So they actually added a layer of gravel and some kind of whatever thing, it's like sand, dirt. But before it was like that, round, semi-round kind of stones. And I just take a break here, because like what I wanted to say, so you're going to be coming from this direction and then you're going to go that way, and well, how fun would have been with this, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, sure, it is harder, but hey, it was part of the fun. Now it's like this shit sorry, this gravel, which seriously, I mean, yeah, it's fun for a car, you can get it through, but for a motorbike, this is so boring now. The best start, once you get down this valley, you're gonna do a tarmac section, and then you're gonna go and cross that mountain over there. And guys, that is when the fun starts. Okay, so you are about to enter the off-road, which you can see there. You have this. It's a temple. Cool thing about this is not it's not unreligious or anything, but the fact that you can just take a break, have a really nice view, chill, it's mainly because of the view, really. You can have a nap if you want. If it's too late and you don't make too much noise, please, 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 no wildfires, especially because there's some farmer houses nearby, so they can spot you. But mainly because, I mean, this year it's been considerably dry. We haven't received any kind of rain. It's actually, there's already been like wildfires in the Pyrenees, and there's at this very moment, well, the last couple of days, there's been a really massive fire near in the Valencia region. So please guys, no wildfires. Doesn't matter how expert you are controlling them, anything right now can set this whole forest into a massive wildfire and you won't be able to stop it. So anyway, having said that, let's go. I want to show you how it looks because I think it's really worth just taking a break and visiting this. So let's go. Okay, so as usual, because there's some cattle here, you'll find one of these lines, wires, please. Okay, just take it and don't forget to put it back on once you move your bike. All right, not too difficult, but I'm sure the farmers will thank you for this. So. Many things I like about the TET is this. It's just coming to places where nobody really comes, not even locals comes, because they're so remote and hard to find. I mean, even coming here for a hike is a really long one, and there's nothing around here. So there's a lot of peace and like a romantic style. It's when back in the days when, you know, churches, anything regarding Christianity, were not so opulent, were not so rich. It was just stone and images and figures and symbols. Unfortunately, I think it's closed. Yeah, it is closed. There's a Virgin Mary inside, but it's beautiful. It's different, and actually like every single religion there is. When I went to Turkey, for example, I loved seeing the mosques because different. It's not something that I'm used to see every day. And it was the same in the Balkans. I mean, in the Balkans, due to the Ottoman influence they have many mosques, and it was something different. It was very unusual. And as long as you respect them and you just admire them for what they are, for what they represent to people, because at the end I think the TET is about understanding other cultures and just growing as a human being. So let me just now enjoy some food because I think I deserve it. Oh yes. Oh, how cool is this? Just let your feet breathe and enjoy. Sometimes it is good to step away a little bit from the trail and just explore. I mean, as long as it's not illegal and as long as they don't tell you anything. Because I think one of the most important and the most exciting things to do, what you do with the TET, not only here in Catalonia, but everywhere, is to go for it. I mean, of course, I know most of us, when we ride, we just, we're in a constant rush and we've got like, you know, days are just counting and we only had 6 days or 1 week, and some of us needs to, you know, travel like across one country, couple of countries, jump on a ferry. I completely understand it. I understand that it's not so easy. For example, this place, the trail itself is just down there, okay? It's not that far from here, so perhaps, I don't know, 100 meters away down. But the one thing that if you are down there in the trail, which is kind of like in a valley, like very little valley really, you miss this. And this mountain is, for me, is my favorite. So one of them is Montserrat, and the other one is this one, is the Pedraforca. And this is just when the cool thing starts, you know, like all around here. I mean, we've already been like riding a couple of kilometers into the nice bit. But let's say that from here onwards is when things really start getting beautiful. mountain ranges, different elevations. And yeah, guys, just try not to miss this. I mean, sometimes it's good to just take a break and just enjoy where you are. All right, guys, that's it for now. Let's continue. Let's see what else this section 7 has for us. If you're thirsty and you are looking for a stream, but a stream that you can trust, so you can drink the water, there's one in the kilometer, as you can see on the map. And this one I can assure you, I have drank many times, as well as my friends, and just going to show you how it looks like. It even has a little pool, guys. So if you come in summer and it's extremely hot, you can definitely drink it. Actually, there you go, that's the stream. If there is an uphill or downhill, depends where you're coming from, that really it's demanding, and depending on the time of the year you may find it in different conditions, because that's another thing. It's the trickiest part of the whole section 7. I love it because you really need to put yourself to test, and you see me, I mean, I actually had to part a little bit over there because I thought I was going to go on one line, then I just ended up right in between both. Didn't know what to do, but I mean, everything came in perfect. I think, like I always say, the important thing is to get to the destination. How you make it, doesn't matter. I mean, you let the experts tell you, you need to stand, you need to do that, you can't like tiptoe, you can't, you know what, whatever. Just enjoy riding. If you need to walk it, if you actually need to walk it all the way up, I think you're just going to burn your clutch though, but there's no need, okay? Just, yeah, we'll just Alright guys, so you will come from that way and then you're going to turn here if you're coming from Barcelona, just so you know. So muddy, whoa, here with no nubbies, you will really struggle. Ice here as well. Ice. Ah, look at that, guys. Well, alright, so when you're coming from this way, you will for sure see this guy. Okay guys, so this part of the section number 7 is a bit tricky because of the stones. Depending on the time of the year and how many 4x4 sidecars, quads, ATVs, I think the same, but anyway, motorbikes, how many stones has fallen from this stone wall, it can be quite tricky. These stones are a little bit different, all right? They are not the typical round ones, but what I want to show you is how sharp they are. So just be careful with this, okay? Sometimes they can be in the middle of the road, so you need to take the right line. You don't want to have an unexpected situation, especially because this way there is a nice cliff. The cliff is right there, but we've got these really nice stones that have fallen from there. And yeah, if you don't see them right on time and you're super overconfident, you might have a kind of a bit of a fall there. It's okay if you normally use in the UK or in the Netherlands or in northern France, where the terrain is very muddy and you can just lower the pressure and everything is going to be perfect. But here, I would definitely recommend you to just keep it high, 1.8 minimum. So when you have to commit and just go over one of these stones or many stones at the same time, and depending on your pace, you just don't get a puncture, okay? That's an easy way to just avoid it. But if you find just, you know, getting it fixed yourself in the middle of a trail, go for it. This is lovely, and I just better move away from this stone wall. So yeah, let's carry on. Section 7, TET Spain, Catalonia. I would say all this mountain, and you can't go slow. I don't know if you can see the sizes of these stones, but the moment your front tire kind of like gets on top of it, I'm not an expert, okay, I'm just like a simple guy, but the moment this goes, your front tire goes slow and just hits, I don't know if you can see the middle here, it just wobbles and it just kind of like moves to the left or to the right suddenly. My recommendation here is that you just don't go too slow, and if you can go a little bit faster than you usually do, it is better. End of the stage number 7. So as you come, remember we came all the way from Barcelona, we crossed different mountains, and we're just going to arrive, I don't know if you can see it down there, there's a village. This village's name is Organyà, and from there you're going to split. So you're going to go towards the south of Spain, so you're going to go that way, and otherwise you're going to cross that valley and then you're going to head north to the Pyrenees. At the moment, we're not yet in the Pyrenees, okay? Just remember that. We are in a place called the Pre-Pyrenees. I don't think there's actually a term for that, but that's how in Spanish we define it. We're not too far from the tarmac anymore, and depending on the day and the time, when you get to the town, you might find a petrol station. They've got a really funny opening time. Don't freak out. Most likely the one down there is going to be closed, but don't freak out, like I said. I don't know if you can see, but there's a tarmac road that goes that way. Don't know if you can see on the video, but there is a tarmac road that goes to the left. You go 6k, something like that, 5 to 6k down the road, okay, you will find a petrol station that I believe is open 24 hours a day. Includes Sundays, yes, just in case. In Organyà, you have a couple of restaurants, a couple of bakeries. I think there's one or two little supermarkets where you can get some groceries, and then off you go. Hope you like it till now. If you've got any questions about these specific sections, remember section 7, as if you're coming from Barcelona to the Pyrenees.